Prime Minister Narendra Modi will deliver the inaugural address at the third No Money for Terror Ministerial Conference on counter-terrorism financing in Delhi today. The two-day conference will offer a platform for participating nations and organizations to discuss the effectiveness of the current international regime on counter-terrorism financing and ways to counter emerging challenges. Representatives of 72 countries will attend the conference. Pakistan and Afghanistan have not been invited, although China has been asked to participate but is yet to confirm its participation. There will be 4 sessions in the two-day conference in which issues like cryptocurrency and crowdfunding will be discussed at length. As the No Money for Terror conference will take place today, one of the main questions that lingers is whether cryptocurrency is a threat to terror funding. More insight by my colleague Arunima, who spoke to a panel of guests. Listen in.
Is cryptocurrency actually a threat in this regard? In India, is there any hard evidence to suggest that terror groups are moving forward, embracing technology in this sense also?
Yeah, thank you, Arunima. It is a very good question. So far as our experience says, primarily cash and hawala, it is still the most prevalent use of funding the terrorism. But nevertheless, terrorism in India, as in elsewhere, they are trying to adopt modern technology. And when I say modern technology, there are many platforms for financial transactions in the form of like virtual asset platforms, cryptocurrency, dark web. So we don't have any hard evidence to suggest that it is being widely used in India, but nevertheless, across the globe, it is not the situation. There are certain instances where terrorists outside India has been using some of these technology-driven financial transactions just to evade the identity and trail. So, but nevertheless, the most important thing at this juncture for us is that we have to keep a close watch on the emerging trends, try to build capacity to thwart should it come in a big way as we have been doing it.
But Mr. Modi, coming back to what we were discussing, in India, when we discuss terrorism, we cannot help but discuss Pakistan. You, during your stint as the Director General of NIA, oversaw one of those investigations where you got down to terror financing and the way that investigation happened in the valley. A lot of senior ministers acknowledged that broke the back of terrorism in Kashmir.
During our investigations in the cases related to Jammu and Kashmir, we found that there were so many methods by which money was coming to the terrorists, money was coming to the Hurriyat leaders. In one of our landmark cases, we found that it's a very interesting method that some seats in Pakistan in medical colleges. You know, a medical seat in India in a private college goes somewhere between 50 lakhs to 2 crore rupees. So some young boys were getting admission in Pakistan in MBBS on the recommendations of Hurriyat leaders. So those seats were ultimately sold by these leaders to young boys in Kashmir, and that money was being used for terrorism purposes, stone pelting, burning of schools, that agitation in that time, that was basically financed by these type of methods. Even sponsoring somebody for visa in Pakistan. Interestingly, you will find that after our crackdown, NIA's crackdown on leadership, they had put a board outside their office that there is no recommendation made for visa to Pakistan by Hurriyat leadership.
Right.
So these type of things were going on, were known, but it was difficult to take action on that. NIA, with the extensive investigations, brought the evidence on record of these transactions, use of these transactions for collection of money for terrorism purposes.